One person, four devices, it actually dropped down all the way to $14 per person per day. If you're thinking about getting the internet package on your next Royal Caribbean cruise, I'm going to show you how to save 50%. Okay, 48%. The example I'm going to show you is for a 5-night cruise, booking this 5 months in advance in the Royal Cruise Planner. Here's how it goes. Many people don't book the internet package until they actually get on the ship. Or worse yet, they forget to turn their phone on airplane mode. If you book your internet package in advance, you're going to save a substantial amount of money, all the way up to close to 50%. Here's how you do it. When you get on the ship and you don't book it, you're going to spend about $27 per person per day on the internet package in this example. If you book just one device at $18 a day, that's going to be a 30% savings in this case. And you're going to spend $90 over the course of a week for 5 days on one device. But if you need two devices, you're thinking, well, I'm going to buy one for myself, I'm going to buy one for my wife, and then that $90 is $180. But the price drops every time you add a device if you add the device to the same person. So rather than buying the internet for me and my wife, I'm going to buy the internet in this example just for me, but two devices. And I'm going to save even more money. In this example, it's going to go down to $15.49 per device, or $155 total for two devices just for me. And I can share that with Mrs. Tips. I'm going to do it this way, obviously, because we're going to save some money. All you need to do is use the same username and password. If you need more than two devices though, you can actually book up to 3 or 4 devices for one individual. The more devices you add underneath that individual, the cheaper it gets. And if you need to work on the cruise ship, I'm going to show you a way how to save money as well a little bit later in buying just one device if you want. Okay, so if you were to buy 4 devices, one person, it drops all the way down to $14 per person per day. Much better than the $27 per person per day if you were to buy it on the ship. So at $14 per person per day, that's going to come out to be a total of $280 for the entire cruise. A lot better than the $540 it would have been if we waited until we got on the ship and bought 4 internet packages for 4 people. And if you're getting any value out of this, be sure to like and subscribe. If you know you're going to get the internet, go ahead and get it for that 1, 2, or 4 devices. In this example, booking it 4 devices under one person compared to one person each of their device is still going to save $80. One person at $18 a device is going to be $360. $90, $180, $360. If you book 4 devices under one person, it's only going to be $280. So an $80 savings. I would much rather use that extra $80 for something like leaving some extra tips to people that are deserving on the ship or something of that nature. Now, if you think that this is still too much money, but you know you're going to get the internet, go ahead and book it. The reason why is because you can always cancel and rebook it. There is no penalty for doing that, and you can do that all the way up until a few days before you're sailing. So if you know you're going to get the internet, it's too expensive, book it, keep track of that price, and just cancel and rebook later if you need to. Now here's a tip if you're going to be working on the cruise ship. You can actually get away with one device on certain applications if you talk to your IT department. So occasionally we will have to work on the ship. We used to always have to buy 2 internet packages, or at least that's what I thought, because I needed that second internet package to be able to get the dual push on my phone. We spoke with our IT department, and they were actually able to set it up where they just give us a set code to be able to plug in each time that we're going to use the dual, where we would normally need to use the dual app in there online. And all we need to do is tell them the dates that we're going to be gone and what countries we were going to be in port. So they just open up for the Caribbean, the countries that we're going to be in, or wherever in the world we're at, open up for a certain period of time, and therefore we no longer had to purchase 2 devices. We could get by with one device if we needed to work while we were away. Now, just because you know you're gonna need to be on the internet while on vacation doesn't mean you need to pre-book it for the entire time, and a strategy of waiting to book until you're on the ship might be right for you. And here's the circumstances where that will come into play, especially on your shorter 3, 4, and 5-night cruises. On our 5-night cruise, we leave on a Monday and we return on a Saturday. Well, on that Monday, you're actually not leaving port until, let's say, about 7 p.m. or not far enough away from land until about 7 p.m. So Monday, I'll be purchasing the internet on a Monday if I were to purchase in the cruise planner, but really, Monday's kind of already covered. I can wait until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday potentially before I need the internet again. So if I know I need to do some work, let's say 2 days, I could do that on Tuesday and or Wednesday or Thursday. Remember, when you get the internet package, it is good for a total of 24 hours each time you purchase it. So 24 hours, you purchase it at 5 p.m., it's good until 5 p.m. the following day. So you can kind of get 2 days out of it. If I wait until 5 p.m. on Tuesday, it's good until 5 p.m. on Wednesday. I could work on Tuesday evening or do what I need to do, and then do some before 5 p.m. the following day. That kind of covers 2 days. So in this example, even if I'm going to spend $28 on the ship, and if I only get it for 2 days, I'm only spending $56. That's still a pretty good savings compared to $180 if I were to buy it for the length of the cruise. The other reason why you might not get the internet package is because there is free texting within the Royal Caribbean app. Yeah, so make sure you have the Royal Caribbean app downloaded, and everyone that is logged into the app that's 13 and older can text within the app to anyone else on the ship within the Royal Caribbean app. Just note though that you only get the little red dot and it doesn't like ding or really notify you, so be aware of that. I have heard that iMessages sometimes work, even to people on land, like if you have an iPhone, they have an iPhone, or WhatsApp. So sometimes if you're still connected to the ship's Wi-Fi, which isn't like normal internet, it's just for the app, you can sometimes still receive iMessages and or WhatsApp messages. So that might be another way to stay connected to people on land back home or others within your party on the ship. Definitely within the app though. As of this recording, there are reports that Royal Caribbean is also adding another option for internet at 1 hour increments. So for $10, you can purchase internet for 1 hour on the Royal Caribbean ships. Well, at least 2 of them as of this recording. If it's a success, I'm sure that they'll roll it out to the others. I can see a lot of different needs for this low amount of internet you need. So if you just want to check into for a flight, submit some school homework, or check in work emails, this would be a good option rather than trying to find free internet off the ship. So one more option that might be useful for you, assuming this is a success and Royal Caribbean launches this and rolls it out across the rest of the fleet. Now you might be thinking that I might not need the internet package because I'm gonna get the VIP, the key, and that's included in the package. Well, if you're thinking about that, be sure to watch this video here. Why go to a deep dive and let you know if the key is worth it and why. My name is Brian, Tips for Cruisers. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you over here in this next video.